This broadcast is brought to you by Keebler. Lots of elves, lots and lots of elves. More elves than a D&D game. Because guess what? It's Monday. It's 8 o'clock. And if it's Monday at 8 o'clock, once more for 2020, it is Mighty Monkeys Nerd World News. And I am your host, Chris Frank. With me, as always, my dear departed friends. No, they're not departed yet.
Departed? What are you doing?
Yet?
Well, they're departed from my house. They're not.
Yeah.
Am
I
supposed to leave? But the legendary Dan Carmen, the equally legendary James Irish, and the absolutely lovely and vivacious Ann Liebig and Tanya Metris are all here. Hi, Pete. Hello, Elizabeth.
Hi.
Great to see you guys on board with us this evening. So this will be the final broadcast of Nerd World News for 2020. We're going to take a quick break for a couple of weeks while we enjoy the holidays and start planning for what we are going to do in 2021. Oh, Dan, what are we going to do in 2021? No, let me ask more appropriately. What aren't we going to do in 2021? Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. Henrietta is here with us. Great to see you. And Batman John is on board. That is wonderful as well. Great to see the both of you. We love you. We miss you. We can't wait to see you guys again. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to skip a little bit top news because we really don't have that much right now. It's a slow news day. And then we are going to talk to the lovely and talented Ann Liebig, Tanya Metris, the comic chicks. What do you got for us this week, girls?
We've got festive hats on.
That is so cool. I got to tell you.
I love the Groku that's on the top of Ann's headband.
Yeah.
She's got to put one on mine now. So we have a couple comics.
Well, actually, there's a lot this week because we're coming into
holiday season.
So keep your comic shops in your gift-giving ideas because they will be open Tuesday and Wednesday this week.
Yay! Okay, we have Action Comics number 1028, The House of Kent Epilogue. The powerhouse creative team of Brian Michael Bendis, John Romita Jr., and Klaus Janson wrap up their run on Action Comics. With the final fate of Metropolis's underworld revealed at last, it's time for each member of the House of Kent to face their unknown futures head-on, including Lois, Connor, John, Kara, Jimmy, and of course, Clark Kent. This standalone Superman story connects threads from Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen, Lois Lane, Superman, Justice League, Legion of Superheroes, and other unforgettable series in an epic and unexpected ways. Yes, it does.
Amazing Spider-Man number 54 LR, Fallen Order, Part 5. The Order of the Web faces Sin Eater. And if you saw what Sin Eater did to Spider-Man in Amazing Spider-Man number 49, you know just how much trouble the other spiders are in. Also, what is Mary Jane Watson's part in The Last Remains? Don't miss this chapter that raises her stakes by about 1 million times.
Oh. Okay, here's one for you, Christopher. Firefly,
Yes,
Blue Sun Rising number 1. It's Firefly. It's the end of the first ever Firefly event, and now everything changes. Shocking losses lead to stunning decisions as Mal and the crew of Serenity must face the consequences of their choices in a war against the Blue Sun Corporation.
Cool.
Okay, and Jim Henson's Labyrinth Masquerade number 1. The verse is changing in ways no one ever expected, and a new chapter.
What?
Oh no, it's okay. You're good. I just copied wrong.
Okay.
Discover an all-in-one-shot story set during the film hit of Jim Henson's Labyrinth from the award-winning author Laura Ellen Donnelly, along with French artist
Carlomagno?
Yeah, I can't say words. He did Dark Crystal, Age of Resistance, Samantha Dodge, Catwoman, Soul Stealer, and more. All is not as it seems, with guests of Jareth's famous masquerade as one participant slowly awakens to the reality of her topsy-turvy existence in the Goblin Kingdom when Sarah shatters the glass mirror during her escape. But as this mysterious participant puts together the pieces, Her discoveries threatens to unravel everything.
Oh. So
Mhm.
this
Ladies,
is a new series.
Billy DeTorius jumped on, Billy,
Hey,
and he
Billy.
was saying, you just sold a comic. What issue of Action was that you had mentioned?
1028.
The House of
1028.
Kent. Yep, the House of
The
Kent
House of Kent.
epilogue.
Gotcha. Very good. Now, do you have any others? I didn't mean to interrupt.
Nope.
Nope, that
Just
was
the
it
four
us.
for tonight. And we will have Comic Chicks Wednesday night from the secret basement location of my house.
Okay.
So secret.
Well, because I'm not allowed to drive for 24 hours after Wednesday morning. So Anne's coming to my house. We're going to open comics at my house. We're reading Night Circus. Maybe I'll get past chapter 1 in the next week.
You gotta bring that to me on Wednesday so I can read it while you're in there.
Perfect.
So I'll probably finish it.
So other than that, we are going to go tap and
Go tap.
play with our headbands and
Ooh,
things
wine
like that.
Be
exchange.
bright stars.
And do a wine exchange. So
Sounds good. We love you guys.
okay,
Have a good night.
we love
everybody.
everybody.
Happy holidays.
Bye. Merry
Happy
Christmas.
holidays.
Good night.
We'll see
Bye.
you soon. Outstanding. Elizabeth had made mention, so hoping the cons can return in 2021. Still not sure how likely Dragon Con will be since it's so huge, but who knows? I just want to go places dressed in my cosplays again. You are not alone in that regard, Elizabeth. And hi from Gina and Connor. Hi, Gina. Hi, Connor. Good to see you guys as always. James, my dear friend, tomorrow is Tuesday. Tomorrow is blog day. What do you got up your sleeve for us this week?
On the blog tomorrow, it's Nintendo's first direct sequel, Donkey Kong Jr.
Oh, cool.
Which not only was fairly different from the original game, but it was the first arcade game that Nintendo coded in-house.
Oh.
It also inspired a lawsuit between Nintendo and the company that coded the original Donkey Kong for them.
Oh,
All
jeez.
this, plus terrible education, can be found on our Patreon blog tomorrow afternoon. As always, everything I write and everything Elizabeth writes is free for your viewing, but even a pledge of $1 will conveniently deliver them to your inbox. Now, over on the Joystick Journeys podcast, I have 2 episodes to plug because I missed doing so last week. Long story. Well, more like long nap, actually. So last week, Christy and I were talking about Capcom's venerable fighting game series, Street Fighter, covering the game's history and influence up through the mid-90s. And we were joined by the man who drew the very image of the series icon Chun-Li that you're looking at right now, my old friend Pembroke W. Corgi. We had a blast recording that episode. We hope you enjoy listening to it. And hey, if you want to see a time-lapse of Pemmy drawing that image, check out the comments section on YouTube later for a direct link to a video of just that.
Very cool.
This week, however, it's back to just Christy and I, and we're talking about a truly foundational pair of games, The Legend of Zelda and Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. From the sheer number of differences between the two games to the completely silly names they give to bats and snakes, there's no shortage of stuff to discuss about the golden standard of classic NES games. That episode goes up this Thursday on Spotify, Podcast Addict, and other places where you can find podcasts.
Nice.
Chris, any questions?
I'm all set here, James. Thank you as always.
All right. Thank you.
Stick around, my friend, as always. You're always welcome to be with us.
Right up.
Real quick, I want to jump over to the comments section. Peter, you had a great question. I have a question. Is The Mandalorian completely over now without giving away spoilers? Saw the last episode. The answer to your question is no, it is not over. Season 3 has been confirmed and will be going into production in the early 2021. What it did do single-handedly this year in its Season 2 was to spin off not 1, but 2. No, excuse me, 3 spin-offs. You will see Rangers of the New Republic. You will see Ahsoka. And you will also see the Book of Boba Fett. So those are actually going to be independent series. But Season 3 of The Mandalorian will be going into production and will be released probably later, 21, probably early 22.
They said December. Said both Season 3 and Boba Fett will be December next year.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Dan.
The race is on to see which of these series will not be the Joan Loves Chachi of Star Wars.
Visions. I think it's going to be Visions. But anyway, no, I'm kidding. Everybody knows it's going to. Never mind. Anyway, so let's see. Elizabeth Rice says, I do need to do more stuff. River Song and Big Finish stuff. though less than 2 weeks to new Doctor Who. Yes, actually
Yes.
less than 2 weeks indeed, about a week and a half at this point. Wow, I'm looking forward to that. Next season comes out next December, confirmed during the investors meeting the other week, along with the new show. So she's along with us on that one. I'm with you, Peter. Yay, you are absolutely welcome, my friend. And Elizabeth goes on to say, to be honest, also very excited about next year's Big Finish content, Dalek Universe, and Ninth Doctor, especially. Yeah, to hear Christopher Eccleston as the Ninth Doctor again will be really cool. Hey, what's up, my buddy James Bourne, meme master extraordinaire? Right, I think at this point we're gonna have to consider giving James like the meme, like a job as the meme lord of FC3 at this point. We're just gonna make him a staffer at this stage because he's just like social media meme master. Anyway, so with that being said, my friends, let's talk a little bit. Let's have a little chat here. I mean, it's more of a retrospective time than news time at this stage. We started out the year with a beaming sense of optimism. Everybody was making, we can see clearly now, 2020 jokes left, right, and center. We were looking at all of the benchmarks, Halloween being on a Saturday, couple of Friday the 13th. There was going to be all these different great conjunctions of stuff going on. And we were looking forward to it, like you do at the beginning of every new year.
Mm-hmm.
We had the hints of things to come. We had heard the news on the horizon, and January had some sad surprises for us right off the bat as we unexpectedly lost celebrities and watched wildfires tear across Australia and struggled with the everyday news as our country continued its steady progress towards an even greater divide. By April, the world had shut down in response to the outbreak. We made the very hard decision to tuck FC3 in for a long summer's nap in the hopes that we'd get to see all of you in September. But you know what? In our hearts, I think we already knew that it was not going to be the case. We can focus on the negative very easily. We've gotten very good at it this year. There's certainly been a lot of it to focus on. Things we've missed out on, people getting sick, the spiraling count of those who have fallen to the pandemic, the divisive nature of our election season. There's a catalog of things we can talk about. And we've been through a lot this year together. However, for the most part, as I say, we have done it together. We have found ways to stay in touch with each other. We have found ways to stay connected and to take care of each other. We've caught up on stories. We've played games. We've learned how to laugh again whenever we could. We here at Mighty Monkey pushed ourselves to evolve, trying out new tech to create a new Nerd World News experience. This has been a year where we've collectively gone through hell. We've hurt together. We've laughed and loved together. We've cried together. We've ranted and raged together. We've risen and we fell, and we will rise again together. We have found solace in our social circles, in our families, and in simple things like good books, great music, TikTok videos, and podcasts. We fell in love with a 50-year-old toddler named Grogu. We cheered for his armored caretaker, and, oh, spoiler alert, kids, we screamed in utter nerd joy when a legend returned to whisk our tiny hero off to learn the ways of the Force. This year will be over soon, and sadly, we will not see an overnight change as the clock strikes midnight next Thursday, but hopefully it'll be off to a really good start. And we will do things like we always do. We'll do them together. You know, right now, as we speak, Saturn and Jupiter are joining up in the night sky, a convergence that hasn't been seen in nearly 800 years. To those that didn't know any better back then, it would have looked like the birth of a new star. So there you have it, a bright light at the end of the tunnel, a bright light at the end of a very dark year. Something to think about. Something to think about. And I thank you, everybody here who tunes in every week to watch us maniacs talk about all sorts of cool things. We appreciate you joining us for this ride, and we look forward to sharing this with you again in the new year, and for as many years as we possibly can swing it. So that's my resolution to you. My resolution is that we will be back probably the second week of January. Give me a little time to sleep off New Year's. And we'll keep doing what we do to bring you what we have learned every week. We'll try to share new stories with you, new experiences. We'll bring in new people so that we can tell different stories. And as always, you are the most important part of the equation. So that's my resolution to you, is we're going to keep going, and we'll see you again in 21. Dan, James, do you guys have resolutions?
I always break them, so I tend to just wing it.
That is probably the best plan. Just wing it, which is a phrase that I use often, especially when I'm regarding things that I probably shouldn't be winging. So, how about you, Brother Dan?
My
Been
resolution
through a
is to
time
kick.
of it this year.
My resolution is to kick cancer's butt next year.
There you go. I'm in on that one.
That's it.
I'm absolutely all in on that one.
Mm.
That's wonderful. Batman John, you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year as well, my friend. And you are welcome, Justin, and lots of love to both you, Henrietta, and Elizabeth, and James and Peter, all you guys, the regulars, Kelly, you guys who always stop by and take a look and listen to what we have to say. Let's celebrate a couple of birthdays. Let's start ending on a positive note, shall we? Hang on just a second while I call those up in front of me. Today, the 21st of December, 2020. We say happy birthday to Jane Fonda, Stephen Young, Samuel L. Jackson, our brother, Michael Koski, all having birthdays today. Happy birthday to you guys. Tomorrow we will say happy birthday to All About That Bass, Megan Trainor, and Voldemort himself, Ralph Fiennes. On Wednesday, Stranger Things legendary member of the Rat Pack there, Finn Wolfhard. And on Thursday, the 24th, Ryan Seacrest and the late, great Ava Gardner. On Friday, the 25th, Eurythmics lead Annie Lennox, Jimmy Buffett, and the late, great legend himself, Humphrey Bogart. On Saturday, we will say happy birthday to Joker Jared Leto, Two Broke Girls, Beth Beers, and the legend himself. I'm using legend a lot because there have been a few of them this week, but the late, great as well, Carol Spiney, who played Big Bird on Sesame Street for so many decades and for so many thousands of children. We'll round off on Sunday, the 27th, with Lisa Jacob from Miss Doubtfire, and from the band Sabaton, Chris Rorland will be having a birthday. If you're having a birthday this week, happy birthday. You kind of got shafted birthday on Christmas week, but still, I'm glad you're getting to have that trip around the sun, and we will celebrate that with you. Moving back real quick to the comments section. Let's see. James, we still need to shoot that 3 Dancing Guys video. We're going to work on that in the new year. We're going to make that happen. I think we could probably spend an afternoon on a Saturday getting that squared away, and then we'll start putting that up on social media. Everything needs more cowbell. I agree, James. Absolutely. And John says, my resolution is to get well enough to get back on the convention scene again. We are looking forward to seeing you, Brother John. Absolutely. We're looking forward to seeing you. We hope you have a great holiday. Remember what I said to you guys about a month or so ago. Call to arms. It's a call to arms time, right? This is going to pass. We're going to beat this. This is going to go away. One way or another, this pandemic will end. And we will have a new normal. It's a phrase that we've said so many times, but it'll end up being that way. We'll make changes and we'll make adjustments to ourselves. But you know what? You're going to have the ability to go out and do things again. You're going to go to conventions and go back to the movie theater. You're going to go to concerts and you're going to go on trips. You're going to go on vacations. You're going to do things. Go out and do those things. That's important.
Do the thing.
Do the thing. That's my call to arms to you. In 21, when this is over with, go out and do the thing. And then tell us about it, and we'll share your story, and we'll cheer with you, and we'll be excited with you, and we'll look forward to seeing the pictures and hearing the tales. So go do the thing and have a great holiday season. See James's blog tomorrow, Tuesday. On Wednesday will be Comic Chicks, but there'll also be the Mighty Monkey podcast, last one of 2020. And then on Thursday, Joystick Journeys with James and Chrissy. So you guys have a great week. Have a great holiday. Have a safe holiday. And we will see you again after the holidays. Happy New Year, friends.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year and happy holidays.